You cut carbs to the bone. You're peeing ketones, where energy is up and the scale does not move. Worse, cravings still sneak in and your labs come back uglier than you expected. That contradiction makes you feel like keto is broken, or you are. But most of the time it's neither. One macro is quietly doing the damage. Carbs are low, but the math is not. Moving to slide 2. Ketosis is a fuel state, not a fat loss guarantee. If you eat more energy than you burn, your body can still store body fat, even when carbs are low. And dietary fat is the easiest macro to store, because it needs very little conversion. The tricky part is that fat also makes food satisfying. It can mute hunger so well that you assume you must be in a deficit. Meanwhile, calorie-dense keto foods can hide a surplus in plain sight. This is why someone can be strict keto, feel better, and still not lean out. Use fat as a lever, not a free pass. The macro that usually decides your results is different. Moving to slide 3. Protein is the macro that keeps your progress from falling apart. Higher protein helps preserve lean mass while you diet, which protects your metabolism and your look in the mirror. It also improves satiety in a way that is more reliable than just pouring on fats, so your appetite is steadier instead of swinging between fine and feral. If you train, protein supports recovery, so you can keep lifting, keep steps up, and keep performance from sliding. Practically, set protein first, hit it daily, and let carbs stay low if you like. Then you fit fats around that target instead of letting fats push everything else out. Most stalls aren't from too much protein. They're from too much fat. Moving to slide 4. Keto stalls often come from invisible fat. Oils add up fast. A couple tablespoons can erase your deficit. Nuts are tiny, calorie-dense, and easy to graze. Cheese stacks silently. Cream in coffee counts as real food. Sauces and dressings can double a meal without you noticing. Keto works better when fat is measured, not assumed. Avoiding protein out of fear is where a lot of people pay the price. Moving to slide 5. Protein rarely kicks you out of keto in any meaningful way. Gluconeogenesis is demand-driven, meaning your body makes glucose when it needs it, not because you ate an extra chicken breast. For most people, raising protein makes keto easier to stick to because cravings drop and meals feel more complete. It also tends to produce better body composition because you're more likely to keep muscle while you lose fat. And when you are not undereating protein, you are less likely to rebound into overeating later, which is where progress gets wiped out. Set your protein goal, keep carbs controlled, and let fat fill the remaining space with intention. Then you can audit the other thing that still trips people up. Moving to slide 6. If keto feels like it stopped working, start by hunting the hidden carbs that still count. Sauces and dressings are the big one. Barbecue, teriyaki, honey mustard, and even some vinaigrettes can add up fast. Keto bars and shakes can also push your carbs higher than you think, especially if you treat them like free food. Sugar alcohols are another trap. Some people absorb a lot of them, and the sweet taste can keep cravings loud. Restaurant seasoning blends can include sugar or starch, and you rarely know the dose. Even vegetables can creep up when portions grow. A huge bowl of roasted carrots or onions is not the same as a handful of spinach. Keto works best when your carb math is honest, not hopeful, and when your food does not constantly poke at your appetite. Moving to slide 7. A lot of keto snacks keep you hungry because they are designed to be hyper-palatable. You can blow past fullness before your brain catches up. Nuts, cheese crisps, keto cookies, fat bombs, and sweet drinks are easy to overeat, even if the label looks perfect. They also trigger more grazing. One bite becomes 10, and now you are eating all day instead of having real meals. That disrupts your hunger signals because you never give appetite time to settle. Another problem is protein per calorie. Many snack foods are mostly fat, so you get a lot of energy without much of the nutrient that best supports satiety. If you are stuck, swap snacks for a protein-forward meal, and let hunger return on a schedule, not on impulse. Sometimes the issue is not willpower, it is your body reading low resources where there are none. Moving to slide 8. Electrolytes can mimic failure on keto, especially sodium. When insulin drops, your kidneys excrete more sodium and water. If you do not replace it, you can feel hungry when you are actually low on salt. You might notice it as a hollow, restless appetite, lightheadedness when you stand up, or cravings that show up late afternoon and at night. Low sodium also makes fatigue worse, and fatigue quietly reduces movement, so your calorie burn drops without you realizing it. Headaches and brain fog are another common derailment. They do not mean keto is broken. They mean you are underfueled in minerals. Here is what to do. For the next week, deliberately salt your food more than usual. Add 1 to 2 cups of salty broth per day, or mix a pinch of salt into water and sip it, especially before training or a long walk. If you get muscle cramps or twitchiness, prioritize potassium and magnesium from food first, like avocado, leafy greens, and pumpkin seeds. Then consider a supplement if needed. Also remember, water shifts can hide progress. If sodium is inconsistent, scale weight can bounce, even when fat loss is happening. Get your electrolytes steady, and your energy and cravings often calm down enough to notice what else changed in your routine. Moving to slide 9. Even with perfect carbs, snacks, and electrolytes, your activity can quietly drop. When you lose water weight and eat fewer carbs, you may feel a little flatter in the gym, and you stop pushing as hard. Outside the gym, neat movement often falls too. You sit longer, you fidget less, you take fewer steps, and you choose the elevator without thinking. That can erase your deficit, while your appetite cues get louder, because your brain senses lower output and asks for more input. Fix it with a simple baseline. Pick a daily step target you can hit 7 days a week, even on busy days. Keep lifting, but watch for intensity drift, like longer rest times and fewer hard sets. If you track anything, track steps and training performance, not just carbs. Keto is not a magic shield against the math of movement, and small drops matter. And one lifestyle choice can shrink activity and weaken appetite control in the same night. Moving to slide 10. Alcohol can block progress on keto even when your carbs are low. Your body prioritizes clearing alcohol, so fat burning slows down while it is in your system. At the same time, appetite control worsens. You get more impulsive, portions get sloppy, and keto-friendly foods turn into a late-night buffet. Alcohol also degrades sleep quality, and poor sleep raises hunger and lowers restraint the next day. Even if calories match, the combination of lower activity, worse sleep, and higher snacking makes stalls more likely. If you want results, set a clear rule. Either take a full break for 2 to 4 weeks, or cap it at 1 or 2 drinks on a planned day, with food, and stop early enough to protect sleep. Choose options with minimal mixers. Hydrate and add sodium so you do not confuse dehydration for hunger. Keto works best when your nervous system is stable, because stress and recovery decide how easy it is to stay consistent. Moving to slide 11. Stress makes keto harder, even if your food choices look perfect. When sleep drops, hunger hormones tilt up and you feel hungrier at the same calories. Cravings get louder, and your ability to pause and choose gets weaker. Training can feel flat too, because recovery suffers, which often pushes you to snack or treat soreness with extra food. And here's the annoying part. Stress and higher cortisol can increase water retention, so the scale may stall or jump, even while body fat is moving in the right direction. That can make you overcorrect and cut too hard. The fix is not more willpower. It is lowering friction with a plan that makes decisions simple, even on your worst week. Moving to slide 12. Set macros the right way and keto stops feeling like guesswork. Start with protein, every day. Pick a target you can hit consistently, then split it across meals so each meal has a real protein anchor. Chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, lean beef, fish, tofu. Protein is your guardrail for hunger and muscle retention, especially when stress is high. Next, carbs set your limit. Keto works when carbs stay low enough for you, not when fat is sky high. Choose a daily carb ceiling and treat it like a budget. Track total carbs if that is what you follow, or net carbs if you reliably tolerate them, but be consistent. Then fat becomes the adjustable dial. If your goal is fat loss, you do not hit fat grams. You use fat to feel satisfied after protein and carbs are set. If your goal is maintenance or performance, you add more fat intentionally. Structure matters. Fewer solid meals usually beat constant snacking, because it is easier to track and easier to stop. And judge progress by trends. Weigh often, but only trust the weekly average, not one salty day. When those pieces are in place, you have a clean system you can test. Moving to slide 13. Run a 14-day test. Weigh daily, then compare weekly averages. Keep food simple so signals are clear, and prioritize protein at each meal. Measure added fats like butter, oil, cream, and nuts, because they are easy to overpour. If results are off, change one lever only, usually added fat or total carbs, and hold everything else steady. Consistency beats intensity when you want a result you can keep. Moving to slide 14. To make keto sustainable, stop chasing a fat number. Use fat as needed for satisfaction, and let hunger earn it. Build 2 or 3 repeatable meals you actually like, then rotate them. Plan social situations with one rule you can follow, like protein plus low-carb sides, and decide your alcohol plan before you arrive. Review your weekly trend, adjust once, and move on. If you want more scripts like this, subscribe, and comment macros if you want my simple macro setup checklist. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet, exercise, or medications. Optimize your biology, not just your diet.